You know, God, sometimes I just sit here and stare at nothing. And I wonder, how did I get here again? How did I end up in this quiet war with myself, smiling on the outside, but breaking quietly on the inside? I know you see me. You always do. But tonight, I just need to talk to you, not because I have the right words, not because I feel holy or strong, but because I don't know where else to go. Because honestly, Lord, I'm tired. Not just I need sleep tired, I mean soul tired. That kind of exhaustion that sits in your chest like a stone. That kind of weariness where even breathing feels like faith. Sometimes I feel like I'm running on empty, giving, loving, hoping, praying, but deep inside, there's this quiet voice whispering, what if you're not enough? And I know that's not you speaking because you never call me not enough. Till sometimes the noise of the world gets louder than your whisper. God, have you ever watched me try to hold myself together when everything inside me is falling apart? I bet you have, because somehow, even when I thought I was alone, I always made it through. And that's how I know you've been here all along. But tonight, I just want to be honest. Sometimes I feel broken, Lord. Not broken in a way that needs fixing, just broken in a way that needs you. Pieces of me scattered by pain, by disappointment, by dreams that didn't go the way I prayed they would. Sometimes I feel like I've given everything I could, and yet it's still not enough to move the mountain. Sometimes I look at myself and I see failure instead of faith. I see weakness instead of worth. And I wonder if you still want to hear from someone like me, someone who doubts sometimes, who falls often, who cries more than they celebrate. But then, I remember, you never asked me to be perfect. You just asked me to come with my heart, messy, cracked, unsure, but still yours. So, I'm here. Not because I've figured it all out, but because I've realized you're the only one who can. You see, God, I've tried to fix myself before. I've tried to be strong for everyone, to keep the smile, to hide the tears, to act like I'm fine. But you know the truth. You see behind every I'm okay, you hear the prayers I never say out loud, those silent cries in the middle of the night. When my pillow knows more about my pain than my friends do, I've carried burdens I wasn't built to carry, and still tried to worship while my back was breaking. But now I know you never asked me to carry it alone. You only asked me to trust you enough to let go. So tonight, God, I'm letting go. Not because I don't care anymore, but because I finally understand I don't have to do this by myself. I don't have to pretend I'm not tired. I don't have to hide the parts of me that hurt. Because you're not waiting for my perfection. You're waiting for my surrender, Lord. Sometimes I wonder if you still see me when I stop seeing myself. When my reflection feels more like a reminder of what I'm not, instead of who you made me to be. When I look in the mirror and see the weight of my mistakes, the shadow of my fears, the ghost of my failures. But you look at me and still call me beloved. You call me chosen. You call me redeemed. And that word alone, redeemed, breaks me and heals me at the same time. Because even when I felt unworthy, you saw worth. Even when I thought I was too broken, you saw beauty in the cracks. You saw me drowning in guilt, and you still reached out with mercy. God, I've realized something. I'm not coming to you tonight because I'm broken. I'm coming because you're the answer to the brokenness. I'm not coming because I'm tired. I'm coming because you are rest. I'm not coming because I've lost my way. I'm coming because you are the way. I used to come too, with a list of everything I wanted you to fix. Now, I just come for you, because you're not just the solution, you're the source. You're not just my healer, you're my hope. You're not just my provider, you're my peace. You're not the last option I run to when life falls apart. You're the steady hand that's been holding me even when I didn't realize it. Sometimes, I wish I could show you how heavy it feels down here. The expectations, the disappointments, the silent battles. But I think you already know, because you carried a cross heavier than any of this. You bled love so I could breathe again, and that's why I keep coming back. Not because I'm faithful, but because you are. Not because I'm worthy, but because you make me worthy. Not because I have strength left, but because your strength never runs out. So even when I feel empty, you keep filling me. Even when I feel lost, you keep finding me. Even when I push you away, you stay, because love never walks out. Lord, I don't have fancy words tonight. I don't have a polished prayer or perfect faith, but I have this heart trembling, tired, still choosing you, because I've learned that the deepest kind of worship doesn't come from those who have it all together. It comes from those who've been broken enough to know who put them back together. So here I am, hands open, heart surrendered. If you can use this brokenness, use it. If you can breathe life into these dry bones again, do it. If you can turn my pain into purpose, I'm ready, because I don't want to just survive anymore. God, I want to live again, really live the way you intended. When I look back, I see how many times you've rescued me quietly, how many times you've answered prayers I never had the courage to speak. And I know this, even in silence, you were speaking. Even in stillness, you were moving. Even when I thought you were distant, you were right beside me, teaching me to trust, to wait, to rest. And maybe that's the lesson, isn't it? That the miracle isn't always the mountain moving. Sometimes the miracle is me, still standing, still believing, still choosing to come back to you. So here I am again, Lord, not with eloquence, not with a list, just with gratitude. Because even when I feel like nothing, you remind me I'm everything to you. Because even when I want to give up, you whisper, "Not yet, my child." Because even when I forget who I am, you never forget who I belong to. Tonight, I'm not asking you to change my circumstances. I'm asking you to change me in them. To give me eyes to see your light in the dark, hands to keep holding on to faith, and a heart that remembers I'm never too far gone for grace. So when tomorrow comes, and I still feel a little weary, remind me that healing isn't always instant. Sometimes it's in the waiting, and that's okay. Because even when I don't feel strong, I'm still held by the one who never lets go. And when doubt tries to whisper again, I remind myself, I don't come to God because I'm falling apart. I come to God because He's the reason I can rise again, Father. Thank you for hearing the prayers I never say out loud, for holding the tears I never let anyone see, for giving me peace that makes no sense, grace that never ends. Thank you for reminding me that I'm not too broken to be loved, not too tired to be restored, and never too far gone to be found. And even when my heart is heavy, you remain the answer. You remain the calm after every storm, the still voice after every cry, the home after every wandering. So tonight I rest, not because everything makes sense, but because you do. You make sense, even when life doesn't. And that's enough for me. Soft voice, fading into quiet reflection. So if you hear this, Lord, just know I'm not here because I'm okay. I'm here because I need you, and because I've finally learned that needing you isn't weakness. It's worship. And maybe that's what you wanted all along. Not my perfection, not my strength, not my plan. Just my heart. And tonight, you have it. Every tired, trembling, still beating piece of it. Amen.